It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Lions and the Vikings.
The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. On play action, McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Addison. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's a jet sweep. This is Addison. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And his kick here is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. Well, I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Now he's free up the right sideline. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got this down to the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. Brings up 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Look at this defense for the Vikings. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vikings offense and Aaron Jones headed back onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To the air with McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, now McCarthy. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Kevin O'Connell has a play call ready. His guys going for it on 4th. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At the 39-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
McCarthy off the play fake. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on the punt for Minnesota. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Now a play fake here on first down. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slam. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Vikings now heading onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Middle of the field to Jefferson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. To the air again, McCarthy. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now McCarthy. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here's McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. A check down here to Jones.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. It's second and goal back to the 8-yard line now.
Throwing is McCarthy. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now,
only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And they can't bring him down.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And you can see he leads the league in rushing as he enters this final week. So we'll see how involved they want him to be here in this regular season finale. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Incomplete.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Rodgers on the return. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
On play action, McCarthy.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And that one too wide and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Rolling to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And here's Ryan right now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Nifty move. Fighting through it. He's got space.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
2nd down and 8.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
3rd and 5.
Josh Metellus on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. On fourth down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson,
68 yards. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie things at 20 all. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And running with power here.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
He'll look to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Here is 3rd down and 4. To the air with McCarthy.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
at their own 33-yard line.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Here's 3rd and 7.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
He'll drop to throw.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On the give. Here's Gibbs.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Here is 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
now back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man right side of St. Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
73 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And they'll run it with Gibbs.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's complete to Laporta.
The Lions on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Addison will go in motion left.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw McCarthy.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On play action. Now McCarthy.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
McCarthy off the play fake.
Caught on the right side by Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now McCarthy.
Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open, but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this out past the 40.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's got some space here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here's Gibbs.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run again.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's McCarthy.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Throwing is McCarthy. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit,
they finish off one of the best regular seasons of all time, 16-1, their final record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Vikings,
this loss will be the capper to what will be a disappointing 5-12 campaign.
And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.